Buongiorno! Welcome to my video on my recent trip to Ticino. Ticino is considered an Italian region, but it is actually located in the country of Switzerland just north of Italy. It juts down into Italy and borders the Italian regions Piedmont and Lombardy. Ticino is known for its picturesque landscapes. Almost anywhere you go in the region, you will be greeted with blue lakes and green mountainsides. Ticino is also rich in cultural history, which is why I decided to visit the Montebello Castle when I arrived on my first day. This particular location is protected as a UNESCO World Heritage Site because of its cultural significance. The views of the landscape that could be seen from the castle were so majestic, and its medieval architecture was unique and super interesting to explore. Visiting the castle was like stepping into a different period of time. After my visit to Montebello Castle, I decided to grab a bite to eat since I had been traveling all day. I stumbled upon a local pizzeria called Eri Pizza. The food at this place was delicious. I decided to try a classic margherita pizza, but the choice was difficult to make because there were so many different options to choose from. Not only did they serve pizza, but they also had a variety of different flatbreads that looked delicious. By the time I had finished up with my dinner, I was very tired and decided to head over to the appartamento that I had rented during my stay. It was called the Rose apartment, and it was a peaceful place to stay with a nice view of the Ticino mountainside. After my first night in my appartamento, I woke up early and stopped by a local market in Ascona. The place was packed with vendors selling a variety of different food products and textiles. I purchased a bit of fruit and cheese to start my day, and also bought a hat for the hike I would be taking later that afternoon. The hat came in handy as I traveled to the Grana Plateau. The weather was warm and the sun was shining bright, which made for a beautiful hike in the mountains. There were so many different scenic areas to explore, each of which was full of different species of animals. While I was here, I was able to get pretty close to a couple of ghosts that were grazing the mountainside, which is an experience I will never forget. I hiked for most of the day before returning to the city and grabbing a bite to eat at a local restaurant. It was called Grotto Bunt, and it featured an exquisite dinner menu. I decided to order shoal, a fish that is commonly served in Ticino, and it ended up being a really good choice. Grotto Bunt also served lots of different foods that are considered traditional to the region of Ticino. On my third and final day in Ticino, I made a trip to the Max Museum before heading back to the United States. The Max Museum was interesting because it was very technologically savvy and contained a lot of photography and graphic design pieces. The exhibits were all very modern, which was interesting to see. Most of the museums I visited have contained older, more traditional works of art, so this type of museum environment was an interesting change. Though my time at Ticino was short, it was filled with lots of unique experiences that I will remember for a lifetime. The food was tasty, the views were amazing, and the people were interesting. I am beyond excited for the next opportunity I have to visit this beautiful region. Ciao!